West Virginia basketball, we've all been worried about it, but man, they must be a lot better than I thought, considering they beat the TBT team.
You are Locked On West Virginia, your daily podcast on the West Virginia Mountaineers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
And what is up, guys? Welcome back in. My name is Mountaineer Paul. I am your host. This is Locked On West Virginia, baby, where we're talking about the Mountaineer basketball team this evening. And man, do I have a doozy of a show for you. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I was a little late. Unfortunately, I was doing the Locked On Big 12 Squad show. We had a big email come out about our pay structure, so I had to read through that a little bit before we moved on, guys. So I do apologize for being late. Thanks for making Locked On West Virginia your first listen, and for being part of the Locked On Podcast Network. We talk about your team, the Mountaineers, every single day. Man, I got some news today, boys. So unfortunately, we got some good news and we got some bad news, right? We'll start with the bad news. We'll not going to go into it just yet, but obviously Jackson Fields got hurt. But what's actually going on there? I found out. We'll talk about that. Also, West Virginia basketball played against TBT, guys. And I had to be honest, man. I was definitely surprised to hear it in a lot of different ways. You know, it's just not something you expect to hear every day. So what we're going to do is pop over to the TBT page really quick and have a look-see at some of those things they have going on, man. So because the fact that this West Virginia team was able to beat a team like this is pretty impressive, right? And I just wasn't expecting to hear about it, you know? So apparently what happened is they had a scrimmage game maybe a few weeks back. Let me look at my messages here. Let's see. So it was, let's see, 2 weeks ago. So there was a scrimmage 2 weeks ago. And they played against each other, right? And so West Virginia won the game against TBT. To try to drive the point home just a little bit more, I think, you know, the better way to explain this would be this is a team full of professional athletes that this team just beat. Do you guys get this now a little bit more? This is a big deal. This is beating a professional basketball team. I mean, the implications, right? And look, it's a practice setting. Probably nobody going 100%. Who knows if they're running their stuff or not. But last I checked, this team's in the semifinals of the TBT tournament. That's pretty damn amazing. Pretty damn amazing. They've got good players on their team, right? We know they do. What about James Reese, a guy that's averaging 22.5 points a game? Making a case that maybe he should be a G League guy again. He's really doing well. What about Trey Mitchell? What about Wes? You know, what about, I mean, look, we've got so many different dudes on this team that, what about Keedy Johnson, guys? You know, like, there's some good players on this team, especially from West Virginia history. And Trace and Eaglestaff and these boys won a game against these guys in, well, I guess what you consider to be a exhibition style game. So I've got some takes, 8 reasons why West Virginia's upset over Best Virginia is huge. Pro level validation, being a TBT team of professional players showcases West Virginia's ability to compete with elite talent. And also says, hey, maybe they're going to have the potential to challenge other top tier teams going forward. I don't see why not. It gives them great momentum for the season. This is a high profile win, and it gives Ross Hodge and everybody a lot of confidence heading forward. It might even give them a recruiting boost. You say, hey, look, we're beating professional teams around here. You want to come play against pro teams in your offseason potentially? We got one right here in West Virginia. What about the fan base? I mean, surely this energizes us as a fan base, right? The fact that you're winning against a professional team like this, pretty wild stuff, right? What about team chemistry, man? Pulling off an upset like this requires definitely cohesion. And I think it proves that Ross Hodge has revamped the roster and definitely the roster is gelling despite very recent portal additions, y'all. This is big stuff. I don't think you can underestimate how big it is. You're making a Big 12 statement. You send a message to the Big 12 rivals that maybe West Virginia is a force to be reckoned with this year. Maybe West Virginia is a force to be reckoned with. It's going to definitely highlight emerging stars on the roster and giving fans a glimpse of who might step up next. Who's going to step up in Fields' absence? And so there was some resilience here going on with this squad. Some resilience going on with this squad right here. This is an impressive win. An impressive feat. And overall, just I'm really proud of these guys. Unfortunately, some bad came out of it, but some good came out of it too. So I don't have details on score. I don't have details on, what the score was or who scored what or anything. The only info I got was, hey, we played him a couple weeks ago. And then somebody said that Jackson hurt his wrist, right? So that's really all I got. But I figure it was enough to do a show on to build it around that, just to try to talk about this because this is a professional team of guys that are playing professional ball in other places. Definitely great practice against, for sure. Just awesome, man. So somebody asked me if West Virginia can get in trouble for this. I didn't even think about that. I don't imagine so, or they wouldn't have done it, right? I mean, that's the logical conclusion I would come to. They wouldn't have done it had they not been allowed to. And who's to say that you can't have an exhibition game against your former athletes if they're in your gym? I don't think there's anything, especially if it's not sanctioned or maybe like, let's say the coaches didn't put it together. Maybe like TBT's in town, right? They're practicing in your gym, which they were. We know that. We've seen videos of it. And our players are kind of hanging around, they probably just jumped in and played with each other. Probably no coaching involved, I would imagine. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, TBT has been practicing at West Virginia's gym and stuff, getting ready for TBT. So it's pretty wild. What are you talking about? The clickbait is crazy, dude. They beat them. It's not what do you want me to say? It's literally what happened. This is, here we go. What's his name? Made another profile just to come in. He is obsessed with me, y'all. This dude, this Pitt fan, he keeps making profile after profile after profile. Wild, man. This guy can't get enough. Raven, please block that guy, Pat Narduzzi, or wherever he's at. I don't have time to look. All right. I wanted to go towards I don't know if I have. I'm trying to find it. Well, we'll just look it up right here, right? So who are some guys on this team that we haven't really looked at yet? We looked at OBO Ha. We looked at Brennan Lawrence some. We definitely looked at Amir Jenkins at times. We've looked at Trey Eaglestaff we've looked at. Honor Huff we've looked at. We've kind of looked at all of them in a sense. We've looked at Mo Ugasuk for sure. Let me see. So, trying to think, if there anybody on this roster that we haven't really checked out lately. And, because like there's a bunch of dudes that like I think are much better than people realize. Like Jackson Fields is definitely one, but we watched him yesterday. Chance Moore, we watched some yesterday. Who we haven't really watched? Let's check out DJ Thomas. I've heard some good things about him too. I have no idea if he's got anything on here, but we're going to try to find out. And I don't even know. Let me try to put WVU behind it. Maybe I don't really know. Like I haven't considered looking him up on here yet. Okay, so there's something. That's him, number 15 right there. Yeah, I probably should have thought this through a little more, but we can find it for sure. All I have to do is I'll just click right here, figure out. Let's see. So he played at. We know he's 6'7", 210, from Allen, Texas. Played for Allen High School. Okay, so that's all we need. Bang. So now I'll just pop out over here. Okay, DJ Thomas, Allen High School. All right. Found him. It was that simple, boys. All right, so it's going to be that name right there. We'll get over here now. All right, there we are. We're here. All right, let's see what we can find here. Here's a minute and a half of some stuff. So I'm assuming this is him right here. All right. Nice. Crossover. That's impressive. There he is running the lane, little dunk. He's a lot lengthier than you would think a 7-footer is. That's a nice looking jumper. So he's a guy that can stretch you out and shoot shots. That's nice. A little slow developing. But definitely there's a block. There he is on defense. His handles are pretty good. Look at the no-look pass as well. Crossover to the left hand and then a pull in the mid-range. Yeah, he's got some skill at 6'7". So, and he may even grow a little more. Who knows? You never know around this age. Sometimes guys grow an inch or two. So there's a nice play around the basket, right? You see him. He's down here. He's got a guy sealed off, right? And then he just takes it up and under, left hand. Very simple, very easy. This is in Texas, so this is definitely good competition. He's got a lot of skill, right? I would say doesn't look like an elite athlete. Like I don't see him jumping out of the gym yet. At least I haven't seen that. He's not a below the rim player as much, but he's not an above the rim player either, I don't guess. But he's got a lot of length. He's got a great jump shot. He's got great fundamentals, or some good fundamentals anyway, as you can see there. The jump shot is really nice. So there's definitely some things to work with here. This is a kid that can definitely be good at the power forward level. You just need him to continue to work. Let's see. There he is again, up and under. That's nice, man. There he is once again. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a lot. I like him. And then that jump shot is very nice. Oh, that's not him. That's him getting the board. Here he is with the ball in his hands in the middle of the lane. Not bad. There he is on the block. In the left hand over the right shoulder with the left hand. So looks like he can score it with either hand. Mid-range jump shot, very, very good. So he's definitely got a lot of touch. And so, they got him as a forward. He's kind of got some small forward skills, though. Like if he continues to develop, he's going to be a guy that He's not the kind of big you just throw it down to on the block. He's more of a skilled guy. So very interesting, man. Very interesting. So we'll go to break. On the other side, what we'll do is talk about a couple things. I want to update you guys on the injury to Jackson Fields. There's a little more to it. And then we're also going to talk about West Virginia safety Jordan Walker and something he's being talked about. Stick around. This is Locked On West Virginia. We'll be right back. And this episode of Locked On West Virginia going to be brought to you by 5 Hour Energy Shots. Guys, we're talking about them 5 Hour Energy Shots for multiple reasons, no doubt, but we can't leave out the fact that they are amazing. Yeah, there it is. I was like, where the heck is my banner at here? But there it is. If you want to fuel up your 5 Hour Energy transfusion today, bring back bold grape, ginger, and lime flavor to get your favorite golf drink, minus the alcohol, into a quick energizing shot. Whether you're sinking birdies or making memories, this one is a hole-in-one for your energy game. And let's be honest, some days on the golf course or off it, you just need that extra boost to stay sharp and energized. You might need a kick in the pants. What's the most ridiculous shot you've ever seen or taken on the course? I just took one the other day in Utah. One of the best views you've ever seen at Top Golf, guys. I'll be showing that video pretty soon. You guys will see that very view. Golf is all about the good times with good people, good flavors, and of course, great ginger lime flavor gives you the best parts of your clubhouse go-to without chasing down the beverage cart, of course. If you go to 5hourenergy.com today, that's number 5hourenergy.com. You can use promo code LOCKEDONGOLF to receive $20 off your first order. Guys, the offer is only valid till September 30th on one order and cannot be used with other promotions. The code is also not very good on subscription orders. Whether you're meeting up with old friends or trying to turn 18 holes into 36, get the energizing boost you need to power through and order transfusion-powered 5 Hour Energy Shots and do it today. It's segment 2. Let's crack a Code Red do, because we've got an emergent situation here with Jackson Fields. And unfortunately, the big man has wrist surgery coming up. Now, I dug into the details here for you, so you don't have to because you can't find any. And unfortunately, he's going to be out for a while. I don't want to get... Let me make sure I got permission first. I just want to make sure, guys. Sorry, I know I should have looked already, but okay. I just want to show everybody, right? I said I might do an episode on that. That's cool. Thanks, man. Right? So, obviously, we talked earlier about West Virginia beating the TBT team and what that looked like. Unfortunately, an injury occurred during this. And that's where this is coming from, right? So from what I understand, it's 3 to 5 months injury. So it's going to be a bit of a recovery time. It is the non-shooting hand. So that's a big deal. I will say, I don't think this was organized by the coaches, the more I think about it. So I don't think there's anybody to blame. Kids get hurt during games, right? It happens all the time. So, but I did want to give you guys the update I got. Probably won't find it anywhere else. I'm the only one willing to do this kind of thing, it seems. And sometimes I end up paying for it later. But as you can see, I got permission, right? It's not like I didn't get permission to do this. But I mean, inevitably somebody will say that I shouldn't have said it or whatever, right? It happens. It just comes with the territory. You literally can't make everybody happy all the time. I'm really getting better about that. I used to Man, I used to be tortured over it, guys. Sorry, when you ever had your leg itch when it's like on leather, like when your when your bare skin's on leather and it gets like that sweaty, itchy feeling. That's what I just had going on. So, all right. So I think overall, anyways, I think there's more positive than negative here. Even if it's 3, 4 months, we're still going to get him back really early in the season. And we still have this thing to stand on that they beat the TBT team, a professional team. I find it I think it's awesome. I think it's impactful. I think there is so much to love about it. I mean, to think about the team that's still playing right now in the TBT, that's a good basketball team. Yes, they beat West Virginia. Sorry, I keep saying TBT, don't I? They beat West Virginia in a scrimmage game. I can't say who played. I can't say how hard each team played. I just know they won a scrimmage, and I think that's cool. I think it gives us some hope, right? Doesn't mean we're going to win the Big 12. Hell, it may not even mean we're going to go to the tournament, but I would say that this TBT team is probably a tournament level team, right? Or, I mean, they're professional players. Surely they're pretty good. And it's organized. It's not like, so I mean, overall, there's a lot to draw out of that. I think, what I was asked, I also asked, a guy that's been on a tournament team. I said, hey, you've been on a tournament team. What does this team look like? What is your opinion? I said, and just be totally honest. I know you're on the team, but like, that doesn't mean that you can't give me your valid opinion on it. And he said, we can be as good as we want to be. We have a lot of winners and tough working guys, lots of skill, but we have to put it all together. We're going to turn a lot of heads in my eyes. Now, I get it. On one hand, how else is he supposed to say, right? But on the other hand, what if he's right? What? Somebody said they were missing my cat earlier. Well, there she is, right on cue. As soon as I'm in the middle of something, feed me, or something. I'm sure she probably wants something. You got a full bowl of food. You got water. Isn't this the most professional gosh, show you watch? Goodness gracious. Surely to God, you guys watch for the hijinks as much as anything else around here. I heard about that. Eric Stevenson, yeah. I seen him tweet about that. That's awesome. They're only going to make him even more formidable. Hopefully, he doesn't mess up that chemistry they have going on. All right, guys, let's go to break. On the other side, what we're going to finish up with is Jordan Walker, who I've been telling you guys about all off season as my pick for the starting safety spot, and also one of my. There's been about 8 or 10 guys that I focused on this off season in different varieties, right? Jordan Walker's one of them, and I mean, there's a reason for it. Well, he got something today that kind of specifies a little bit more about what he's about. We'll talk about it next. And this episode of Locked On West Virginia is back. Okay, so Jordan Walker is that dude, man. Let's get there. Oops. All right. Let me go back. Sometimes it just messes with it. Jordan Walker. All right. No. Where is he? The hell's going on here, man? Sometimes it's so annoying. There it is right there. I don't know why they just won't come up. All right. So you guys know I love Jordan Walker, man. Honest to God, love this kid. I think he is so vastly underrated. I really do. Um, so here's what happened. Jordan Walker is rated amongst the best safeties in the Big 12. 6 foot, 188 pounds, graded out of 75.1 last season. That's good for the sixth best mark in the league. I really like him a lot. I've said it multiple times. I think he's going to be an impact player for us. And the reason I say that, man, is the tape. We love the tape, right? My saying, watch the tape. That's all you got to do. Check out Jordan Walker here. Love how he goes to the football there. Nice interception. Let me make sure this is him. This is not him. Okay. I was getting ready to say that did not look like him, man. So my apologies. As soon as I saw it, I was like, nope, that's not him. All right. Let me find maybe it's in his media package here. Doggone it. I have a hard time finding it every time, but it's here somewhere. Sometimes I just have to go down far enough to find it. Is this it? No. I don't know why it's not in his media profile, but it's not. We will find it though, because I find it every time. All right. Nope. So frustrating, man. How far down is it now, That's not him. There it is. Okay, Jordan Walker officially in the portal. Now we're here. I was thinking, man, this don't look like him at all. Now we're here. We got to go past this one. Love how he meets him here, man. This play here. Here he is at the top. This is him. Boom. Nice play. Let's fast forward. So this is him up here, y'all. Watch him get up here at the end of this route and turn his hips on the post. So he played this a bit wrong, right? He kind of bit for it. Whenever he started to pretend like he was going to bend this thing out, right? Right here. See when he turns his head like he's going to bend out this way, and then he turns it back in. It's a good route. Actually, a very good route. If you go back and watch it in its entirety, watch the route now. You know what he's going to do. He's going to pretend like he's going deep, and then he's going to pretend like he's going to move his head like he's bending that thing out, and then come back in on him on kind of a little double move. Watch Jordan Walker's recovery time here. Very good. So he got the better of him, right? I know I keep pausing it, but I mean, okay, he's bending it in. He reacts. There, he reacts, right? Let me get this leverage. He's already made his move. Foot stuck in the ground. He's heading this way. And he bends that thing back in. Now Jordan's on the back foot. The quarterback's letting the ball go right now. He thinks he's got him beat. There's a lot of space between these two guys. And Jordan makes up a ton of ground there and makes a play on the ball. Not easy to do. There's another great play by Jordan Walker. He doesn't have to do much, right? But watch his speed he comes to the ball with. Nice. Nice hit when you get there, too. Great reaction time on that one. Nice tackle. Nice hit. Holy cow, guys. Look at this hit. I mean, right here he comes. Right down the line, son. Getting to crack this kid out of bounds. Bang. Good night, sweetheart. This is the sideways one. Fast forward it. There he comes. Like I say all the time, you can just tell sometimes. Like if you're watching tape, just kind of look at the center of the screen and see who comes into your periphery first. It's him, the way he's moving compared to everybody else. Boom. Nice play. He's got some good range, right? Good speed. He's got, he accelerates quick too. Right on this play too. Nice tackle. Snipped it right out. There he comes again. Boom. Nice tackle. I like him in coverage a lot, though. I think that's what he does well. He's good in coverage. He can tackle. He can tackle too. Don't get me wrong, but I just like him in coverage, man. I think he's rangy. He can cut up ground. He's really good at chewing it up. And he just does a lot of things, man. But he really plugs the run game up. That's for sure. And he's going to be a great addition beside Fred Perry, no doubt. When it comes to that, here he is here in a pass play. Didn't show it. Ooh, nice little move there by the back. He's always meeting guys in the hole, though. Nice pick by him, right? Just read the quarterback's eyes. Look, he's moving this direction. Then he starts to watch the quarterback. Let's go back a little. He's moving motion, right? He's following this guy, which is what it's meant to do. This guy in motion is meant to move this guy over and create space. It's just what football is, right? You're moving guys around, you're moving pieces around. You want to create space. Well, Jordan immediately sees he comes off of this guy, sticks with the quarterback. He just, for whatever reason, knows it's going to be a throw, and he stays instead of going with 19 like he should have. And what's that do? Well, it congests right here. And so instead of this guy being wide open, because Jordan should have kept going with him, he's right here for the interception. That's what you call playing with your head. That's a very smart football play. Probably one of the best examples I can give of it too, because football is hard, man. I think a lot of people don't understand mentally how hard football is. It's not just, reacting or seeing or whatever. It's reading plays. It's understanding the play. It's like reading sheet music from music sometimes. I wouldn't say it's as advanced as that, but I mean, it's similar, right? It's like, okay, I have to figure this thing out. Football's a lot like that. And once you learn it, though, it becomes much simpler. Jordan Walker, though, I think he's going to be an impact player for us this offseason. As you know, I like a lot of our secondary pieces, especially Fred Perry, Michael Coach Jr., Jordan Scruggs, and Jordan Walker. I think all four of those guys are good players. I truly do. And I think we had the NIL money to go out and get them. I mean, some of them are lower level for sure. I get it. But I think they're the kind of players that Rich Rod and Zach Alley really like. And I trust them, man. I do. I trust their evaluation so much more than Neil Brown. So we'll see if it ended up working or not. I can't promise either way. But I think at the end of the day, we'll find out. We're going to find out one way or the other. All right, guys, that's all for today. Thank you for joining Locked On West Virginia. Do me a favor, man. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you find Locked On Portal wherever you go. Brian Smith is killing it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. We're out of here.